very much. Today is a great day for Bali, given the fact that we've had issues with counterfeit products, which has costed a lot of people's lives. And we want to thank God that SCN and Parliament have worked together to see that we sensitize, or we come and consult the people. Today is a consultation, and we want people to know, first of all, they should know what a counterfeit product is, which they actually told us what it is. Something that is trying to resemble an original one, and yet it is not. And then they've told us the evils of counterfeit. Indeed, counterfeit has come and is really taking away lives of people, given the fact that it comes in different forms. And what I can now say that whatever we see now has a counterfeit. Agricultural products have counterfeits. Fuel has a counterfeit. Clothes have counterfeit. Skin products have counterfeit. Automobile things, maybe for vehicles, motorcycles, all of those have counterfeits, especially in spare parts. You can imagine even medicines having counterfeits, and this is quite dangerous. And the investors that are making the real products that are not counterfeit are actually losing market. They are closing down because they are making genuine products, and then another person comes and imitates a product which is dangerous to the lives of the people, and yet they are selling it at an easy, good price. But these ones are paying taxes. By the people of counterfeits don't pay taxes because they are doing it stealthily. So we want to make sure that if this law comes in place, we want to see how we can handle the people who are aiding counterfeit, those who produce, those who distribute, and those who are marketing. Because it's a chain, and whoever will be caught in these particular areas will be dealt with. And the people have told us, one actually expressed that a terrorist is sentenced to death, and a terrorist can kill a few people, but somebody who does a counterfeit kills generations, a community. Because if somebody is making anti-malarials which are dangerous, whoever goes to that drug shop has will have the children, the elders, and everybody affected. And therefore, to curb such, a law has to be in place to say that people have said that the Parliament was saying we want 10 years, whoever is caught. But these people here have told us no, they are worse than terrorists, so they should have a life imprisonment.
Smuggling, not only in Bali and Bali, the borders, we have the problem of smuggling. And of course, if somebody smuggles, there are laws against smuggling. And then now, in addition, if you smuggle a counterfeit to our country, we shall be having a law in place to deal with it. Not that because this sometimes is happening because we don't have a law. We have a law, but this will reinforce us much in controlling counterfeit, whether smuggled in or manufactured in the country. So basically, the law, the bill becoming a law will make our very good.
We are going to take their suggestions, their views. We are going to take them. And the council actually is one of the framers of this law, and they are going to use their expertise to say that whatever we've said is incorporated into this, because he says whoever is involved in the chain should be culpable. They should be answerable anyway, because you can't buy a tomato and then when you eat it, you die. Because the medicine that was used, actually the pesticide that was used was counterfeit. And therefore, it's quite unfortunate that we have it, but when the law comes in place, we are going to be safer, and we want to be, the people themselves should be the first people to identify these people, and then the security has said that they are number 2, and then for us we come in as number 3 to see that we help curb this vice. I want to thank you so much, and I would like to hand over to
Ebualu, Member of Parliament, Soroti City, and the seconder of the bill. As the seconder of this bill, I want to say on behalf of the mover, my colleague, Senior the Honorable Asuman Basalirwa, on behalf of Parliament and ACN, this is the 3rd area that we are consulting. We started from Mukono, Bujiri, today we are in Mbale, and I can tell you we have got overwhelming support. People are supporting, people are saying the law should have been there by the other day, and we want to commit that as Parliament, the main objective of our consultation is, number 1, to sensitize our people, to inform them and empower them. Number 2, we want to make them know that there is no comprehensive law in the country as we speak now. So ours, the law is intended, number 1, to prohibit the manufacture, the distribution, the sale, the marketing, the labeling, and the general sale of the fake products or the counterfeit. Ours is to make the law and then ensure that we protect not only our consumers, but the future of our children. I want to thank you.
Fred Wema, I'm the chairman of the Anti-Counterfeit Authority Network. We are here in Mbale. We have just finished with the consultations on the Anti-Counterfeit Goods and Services Bill 2023. This is part of the legislative process of getting views from the public, because a good law is one that has received the views of the people. The highlight of this law is that for the first time it gives us a definition of counterfeiting. Under the existing laws, we do not have a proper definition. We only have a definition of what amounts to infringement of a copyright or a trademark. So it is a big milestone that now we are defining counterfeit, which is the unauthorized production of a product without the consent of the trademark owner or intellectual property owner. It involves the production, the selling, the distribution, the labeling, the packaging, and all forms of activity that enable the product to come onto the market. For aiding and abetting of counterfeiting, it is wide enough to put a responsibility on shop owners to ensure that they check, do due diligence to ensure that they are not caught selling counterfeit. It is also wide enough to ensure that if you're letting your premises, you make sure that they are not used for a criminal activity, which counterfeiting is. The other highlight is that the bill, if passed into law, is going to increase the sanctions against the counterfeiter. Under the existing laws, the punishments, like the fines, range from 960,000 shillings to 2 million. The law now is saying the fine should be 5 times the value of the goods. Under the existing laws, the maximum punishment is between 2 to 5 years. The law is now saying the counterfeiter will face a jail term of 10 years. This punishment regime is consistent with the punishment under anti-counterfeit laws, for example in Kenya, in Tanzania, and other places. Here in Mbale, the people have spoken. They want a life sentence for the counterfeiters, because they say that counterfeits kill indiscriminately, kill white members of the community. Why should a terrorist be given death penalty and the counterfeiter only 10 years?
Kamalire ddala mu Luganda akakiika ng'emuddu
Here to collect views, it is the decision of the legislature which has the mandate to make laws for our governments to see whether these proposals can meet the test and standard of passing the law. And I heard the RPC here speaking, saying that we, the consumers, should be the first askaris. We should be the first detective in reporting the counterfeit, because you cannot leave it to the police alone or to the parliament to fight. This is a collaborative effort. As the anti-counterfeit network, we have introduced a platform which we call BLIP. BLIP is a platform that enables consumers to report from wherever they are, to report, take a picture and post the counterfeit or the substandard there. When you post it, the brand owner, the enforcer, the regulator will be able to come and verify whether the product is fake. In other words, BLIP is going to help the police, is going to help the regulators, is going to help the government to find the counterfeit hotspots. How do you get BLIP? You go to BLIP, which is blep.ug. It is an app which will very soon be on Google Play Store, and we're also developing the iOS version. The issue always, in the many years I have done to fight counterfeits, people are always saying, where do we report? Brands are always saying it's very expensive to investigate and find the hotspots of counterfeits. We want to turn the consumer into an army of detectives. We want the consumer to participate in the fight against counterfeits. And in this way, BLIP will also help to enforce and implement the law. Because if you pass a law and people are not using the law to report, then the law will be redundant. It will be a redundant law. That's why we are innovating and creating solutions to ensure that everybody participates. The RPC said we need your participation. You can participate on these platforms, you can participate through consultations like this, and we appeal to everybody out there to come in large numbers and give us your views, because this is a people's law. This is a law to protect our health and wealth.
Urumundu linirida wewe atofla singe 15,548 boda ere ngebamire mu parliament bakoboye arindi MP ni omweno hakobole ingona bere bujiri